In the first part of this video, Ryman Sukuna and Yuji Itadori made a pact where Yuji would consume all of Sukuna's fingers, and Sukuna would cooperate during this period. With this agreement, several things changed in the anime, including Junpei's death, Hanami's arrival, and other events. To fully understand part 2, I recommend watching part 1, which will be in the description below. Don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel to keep receiving more videos like this. So without further ado, let's move on to part 2. After Hanami's elimination, Sukuna returns control of the body to Itadori, who is shocked by the King of Curse's brutality. With Hanami's death, the barrier preventing Gojo from entering falls, and Itadori reunites with his sensei. He tells Gojo how the fight against the special great curse went, talking about Sukuna's power and the malevolent shrine. Gojo listens with some enthusiasm, eager to face Sukuna at his maximum. At this moment, Sukuna appears on Yuji's cheek and provokes. 17 fingers left until it's your turn, urging the two to hurry in the search for the fingers. In the Yasuhachi Bridge arc, the arc involving Megumi's sister, nothing would change. In that mission, Nobara, Megumi, and Yuji resolved everything calmly without anyone's help, making Sukuna's interference unnecessary. The resolution would be the same as in the original arc. With the recovery of 2 more fingers, Sukuna consumes them, reminding that there are 15, increasingly closer to the goal. In the Shibuya incident, the story would be completely different. With Mahito and Hanami eliminated, only Jogo and Dagon of the environmental curses would remain to be used by Kenjaku. When Jogo pressured Gojo, the sorcerer would use his unlimited to crush the curse against a wall. Jogo, the strongest fire curse, would be exorcised right away, simplifying Gojo's path. He would be able to handle everything without wearing out to the point of being sealed. Choso would be eliminated, and Kenjaku would not appear at that moment, failing in his initial plan. Itadori would enter the underground area where another battle between Gojo and the curses would be taking place, leading to Dagon's defeat. This would result in the recovery of Sukuna's fingers. Finding 9 fingers with Jogo and another one with Geto's daughter, Gojo would give Yuji a total of 15 fingers. Consuming so many fingers at once, Itadori would lose part of the control over his body. However, with a pact established from the beginning, Sukuna would have to remain cooperative until his power was fully restored. While Sukuna wandered around Shibuya, something interesting might happen. With Gojo unsealed and Sukuna controlling 15 fingers, someone would probably seek them out. In this arc, we also have the mercenary, including Toji, reincarnated in Grandma Ogami's grandson. When the barriers fell, Toji would be after either Gojo or Sukuna. If he found Gojo, we would witness the third showdown between the strongest. Even with his weapons, Toji, lacking full consciousness, would be unable to fight Gojo, quickly being defeated and killed a second time by the same sorcerer. In his final moments, Gojo would explain to Toji about Megumi, recalling events from 12 years ago. If Toji went after Sukuna, the battle would play out differently. Toji would undoubtedly be defeated by Sukuna under any circumstances. Toji wouldn't be able to withstand Sukuna with 15 fingers, especially without full consciousness, and even if he was armed. For Toji, it would be a similar end to Maki's in the Jujutsu Kaisen manga. After these events, all the sorcerers would be scattered around Shibuya, searching for Kenjaku. And who else but one of the strongest, Gojo or Sukuna? Eventually, one of them would confront him, leading to a battle between Gojo and Kenjaku or Kenjaku and Sukuna. Regardless of the matchup, the outcome would be obvious. The strongest would win. If Gojo found Kenjaku, he would be shocked to see Geto's body again, but would soon realize it was a parasite, an imposter in his friend's body. As revealed in the manga, the 6 eyes always stopped and thwarted Kenjaku's plans in the past, and this time would be no different. Gojo would kill Kenjaku definitively, with no chance for him to possess a new host, as Gojo wouldn't make the mistake of carelessly discarding his friend's body again. In the other scenario, if Sukuna encountered Kenjaku, it would unfold slightly differently, something uncommon in the Jujutsu Kaisen manga. Sukuna seems to have some sort of agreement with Kenjaku, so he wouldn't be able to directly fight or kill the one who, so to speak, turned him into a cursed object. Thus, he would simply return control to Yuji, who would be confused as to why Sukuna wouldn't fight now. Itadori, understanding the situation, would prepare to fight Kenjaku, who would also take a combat stand, knowing he needed to quickly defeat Yuji to escape safely. Yuji would launch himself at Kenjaku, using all his strength. Kenjaku would take a few hits, and comment, that Yuji had become a bit stronger due to the Sukuna fingers within him. However, Kenjaku, telling Yuji there was no more time for games, would quickly expand his domain and, with his gravity, immobilize Yuji. Just as Kenjaku was about to escape, Satoru Gojo, the strongest sorcerer of the modern era, would appear in the sky. As mentioned earlier, this time Gojo would finish off Kenjaku without giving him any chance to escape. Unable to complete the assimilation of Tenjin and create the culling game, and without Mahito, Kenjaku's plans would be completely ruined, and he would lose his life attempting to cause this massive incident. In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, the sorcerers would achieve a decisive victory over the curses in a short period. The last 5 fingers of Sukuna would probably be found, and, against the orders of the higher-ups, preparations would be made. Gojo and Sukuna would be sent to an isolated location to face each other with everything they got. This time, the king wouldn't have the 10 shadows, but he would possess a much better body in terms of physical attribute. The fight would be decided in domain expansions, where, if Sukuna lost any contest and was caught in the limited void, he would be completely paralyzed and receive a black flash or a purple attack, as happened in the original manga, being incapacitated by Gojo at that moment. If this occurred at any point during the fight in our timeline, Yuji would regain control of the body, taking over the king's position, who from then on, couldn't return. This would also seal Sukuna's fate, never to appear in the story again. Due to a binding pact, he would remain forever imprisoned within Itadori until the boy's last days. However, if Sukuna didn't lose the contest in the expansion, could he defeat Gojo without the 4th world cut? After all, without Maharaga, the fight would drag on, but Sukuna could only deal significant damage to Gojo within his domain or under the domain extension. Yet, these damages wouldn't be nearly enough to finish him. As much as the Malevolent Shrine is an exemplary domain, defeating all the Muryokusho is very difficult. In the manga, he ended up losing one, so it's almost certain that in Yuji's body, even being physically stronger than Megumi, without Maharaga, the King of Curses' defeat or incapacitation would be inevitable, and Yuji could regain control or die there. If Yuji regained control, with the greatest threat in the Jujutsu world eliminated, the title of the strongest would be consecrated for Satoru Gojo. At this moment, everything would be as it should be. Gojo would fulfill his promise of victory, and Itadori would live his life until the last moment as a hero who contained the greatest enemy of the sorcerers. Many lives would be spared. The thousands of civilians in Shibuya, Nanami, Nobara, Higuruma, Yuta, and Yuki Tsukumo would be alive. Many others wouldn't suffer irreversible injury. Inumaki, Tadu, and even Maki wouldn't be burned. In this new Jujutsu world, the sorcerers would have a bit of peace until the end of their lives, while Gojo remained the strongest. What did you think of this theory? Do you think it makes sense for the story? Comment below on what you would change in this plot. I'll be reading all the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming video. With that said, see you next time.